Okay, so the European Rugby Champions Cup is back for 2022-23 season. I'm going to give you a quick guide to the format. Before I do that, I just want to say that I'm more of a fan of the previous format, which was to have pools of 4 teams that would battle out to make the knockout stages. But this is the format that we have, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown of how the tournament's going to work this year and also how we got to the pools that we have as well. So the competition has 24 teams. They're going to be split into 2 pools of 12. And basically, the European Champions Cup takes teams from 3 top European leagues. So that's the Premiership in England, top 14 in France, and the United Rugby Championship, which includes teams from Ireland, South Africa, Scotland, Wales, and Italy. The teams that are qualified from each of those nations, from England, we have Gloucester, Harlequins, Leicester, Northampton, Saracens, Sales, Exeter, and London Irish. From the top 14, we have Bordeaux Beagles, Castres, Montpellier, La Rochelle, Racing 92, Toulouse, Clermont, and Lyon. We then have from the URC, from Ireland, we have Leinster, Ulster, Munster. From South Africa, the Bulls, Sharks, Stormers. From Scotland, we have Edinburgh, and from Wales, we have Ospreys. Okay, so let's look at the seedings then for those teams. So you have Tier 1 teams, top 14 champions, Montpellier, and losing finalist, Castres. From France, we then have from the Premiership, Leicester Tigers, Premiership champions, Saracens, the losing finalists. And then from the URC, we have the Stormers, who are the current URC champions, and the Bulls, who are the losing finalists. They're Tier 1. Tier 2 teams then are losing semi-finalists from each of those teams. So you have Bordeaux Beagles and Toulon from France. You have Harlequins and Northampton Saints from the Premiership in England, and Leinster and Ulster from the URC. Tier 3 teams then are losing quarterfinalists, but they've finished higher up the table than the Tier 4 teams. So we have La Rochelle, the defending champions of this competition, and Racing 92. We then have Gloucester and Sale Sharks from the Premiership, and we have the Sharks and Munster from the URC. Tier 4 are then the losing quarterfinalists from each of the respective competitions. There is one exception, but I'll mention that when we get to it. So we have Clermont, who are losing quarterfinalists from the top 14, and Lyon, who qualified for this by winning the Challenge Cup, which is the next stage down of European competition, and that allows them to qualify for this. La Rochelle, who are the defending champions of this competition, if they had finished outside the top 8 of the top 14, they still could have qualified as well. So it means that one French team then misses out on this competition because Lyon qualified and they drop down to the Challenge Cup. We also have then Exeter and London Irish from the Premiership, both beating quarterfinalists, and Edinburgh and Ospreys from the URC. And in this one, Ospreys actually qualify not because they were a beating quarterfinalist. They're a second exception. They won the Welsh Shield, which qualifies them for this competition. So they replaced Glasgow, who are one of the beaten quarterfinalists from the URC last year. So that is our tier system. And then in the pools, we have Pool A is Bordeaux, Bulls, Castres, Edinburgh, Exeter, Gloucester, Harlequins, Leinster, Lyon, Racing 92, Saracens, and Sharks. Pool B is Clermont, La Rochelle, Leicester Tigers, London Irish, Montpellier, Munster, Northampton Saints, Ospreys, Sale Sharks, Stormers, Toulouse, and Ulster. So what's going to happen in the pool stages is Each team is going to play 4 games. They're going to get 2 home games and 2 away games. After those 4 games, then the top 8 ranked teams are going to go into the knockout stages. The next 3 ranked teams drop to the Champions Cup, the Challenge Cup knockout stages to join the 10 qualifiers from their pools. And then the bottom team in each of the pools is just completely eliminated from Europe. Into the knockout stages, then the first ranked team from Pool A will play the 8th ranked team from Pool B. Second in A will play 7th in B, etc. So basically you have like the higher ranked teams facing off against the lower ranked teams in the knockout stages. Then, unlike last year, it's going to be one straight game. So the higher ranked team is going to be playing at home. Whoever wins progresses to the next stage, and it's a straight knockout phase from there. So we have a round of 16, we have a quarterfinal, we have a semi-final, and then we have the final. And each of them is just going to be a one-off game. So that's how it's going to go this year. I hope next year maybe we can go back to the old way of doing it, where we have pools of 4 teams and you've got some epic battles, because the big teams are actually under some strain to qualify.